Yo guys, what is up? Max in Wonderlands video, and today we're going over what possibly might be the single strongest skill in Wonderlands. Now, this skill was changed in the most recent patch and has flown under the radar until some recent testing by Stone Swan and CZ47 discovered just how freaking broken this skill is. Today I'll be breaking down how to use this skill, what it is, and everything you guys need to know. Let's get right into it. So the culprit of this can be found in the most recent patch notes, which reads, Spellshot's double knot passive ability would not deal the correct amount of bonus damage. And oh boy, is it dealing some bonus damage now. So double knot reads, it's very deep in the Spellshot skill tree. Whenever the Fate Maker scores a critical hit with a spell, he deals bonus gun damage of his gun's element. Now, I'm just going to show you this, and then I'll explain to you why this is so strong. Also, the percentage here is 21%. Just know this is 21% bonus gun damage. I am holding a sniper rifle right now. We'll go into depth on how to scale the damage of this, but just know that the bonus element will be in fire, and that's the number we're gonna look for. I've got no spell weaving stacks right now. Let's just get some spell weaving stacks super fast, and then we're gonna cast our spell. And there, my damage of my actual spell cast is 92. I hit 92 damage with my spell cast. My bonus element from a skill, double knot, just did 351,000 damage. 351,000 damage from double knot. If you thought blast gas was strong prior to this, this skill is dwarfing it. It's so much bonus damage on spells, and it's every single spell crit. All right, now let's break down how to scale this damage. So what changed with double knot, and how do we scale this damage now? Originally, before this patch, double knot was giving us a bonus damage or a bonus element off of the base of our spell. It was looking at the base card of our spell. So I was getting 21% of this 1,915. The big change is it is now looking at the damage dealt of our spell. So it's looking at this this number now, like my 92k, and it's giving us a bonus element off of that, off of our damage dealt, as opposed to our base card damage. That is the reason for this giant jump up. Now, how do we use this spell or this skill properly? Now, double knot does actual gun damage. This is a gun damage increase, or a gun damage skill, meaning it is scaled off of gun damage, but it's also scaled off of spell damage and our all damage dealt multipliers. So double knot, part of the reason it's doing so much damage is because it double dips into all damage dealt multipliers. Now, I'm going to explain double dipping. You might already know what it means, but because it's such a word that's thrown around there a lot in the Borderlands community, I just want to explain it real quick. So double knot is going to scale off of the damage of my spell. If I'm using something like a Cursed Wit, I'm going to get 100% increased damage dealt to nearby enemies. My spell cast is going to benefit from that 100% damage increase. My spell is going to get 100% more damage because I'm wearing a Cursed Wit. Double knot scales off of the spell damage that I deal, so it's going to get increased by that 100%, but when it actually procs, it's going to grab that 100% again. This is part of the reason that a 21% bonus is dealing more than my original base value. Now, the ways to scale double knot are by increasing our spell damage, our gun damage, and our elemental damage increases. Note that it is going to proc off of the element of the gun you're holding. Now, the actual base damage of your weapon matters not at all. You can hold a weapon with 1 damage. The only thing that double knot is looking for is the element of the weapon you're holding. And for example, if I'm holding this rocket launcher, which is non-elemental, you will see that there I just got a non-elemental damage number. So I recommend holding an elemental weapon. Doesn't matter what the base damage is, and you're going to be looking for increasing your all damage dealt multipliers, your elemental damage multipliers, spell damage multipliers, and gun damage multipliers. For example, this on spell cast increased gun damage dealt by 30%, is actually increasing the damage of Double Knot. So not only is this a skill that activates on every single spell crit, guaranteed, it's not a percentage chance. Like Blast Gasp is incredibly strong, but it's only a 20% chance to proc. This is every time we spell critical it. This isn't even the craziest part yet. And it's going to get gun damage increases, spell damage increases, all damage dealt increases, elemental damage increases, doubled or debuff increases, such as like Wrath of Nature. And where it gets even crazier, on top of everything, is it works with pixies. So like pixies, which are already probably the strongest things in the game right now, these pixies will get Double Knot. So for example, if I throw this thing and then I swap to a fire weapon, now my pixies are getting Double Knot damage. It's just absurd. It is such a strong skill. It's so easy to scale because you don't need to like scale ability damage, for example, which would be like kind of awkward to scale sometimes. You could just scale your normal spell and gun damage, which you'll normally be scaling as a spell shot, and you're going to get ridiculous returns from this one skill. I think this is genuinely going to shift up a lot of things for spell weaving builds because you're now going to want to spec as far enough into Double Knot. Blast Gasp is still an extremely strong skill. I actually had a build video done that was Blast Gasp. I was Cold Snap 2.0, and I still want to post that, but I probably want to mess around a little bit with Double Knot. I'm going to be messing around with this skill on stream and trying to get the biggest damage and see what the best multi-class with Spellshot is going to be with it. It's probably still going to be Graveborn, but you could mess around with gun damage characters, actually, and get, because it's a gun damage proc now. You could do some really cool things with that gun damage proc. Guys, that is going to do it for the video. Absolutely absurd new discovery. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will catch you hopefully on stream if you want to drop over there, twitch.tv/Moxie. I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Take care. Peace.